68% of the people in Dealey Plaza, told by the FBI to commit perjury, who saw something they will never forget, the death of their president in front of their eyes. They went forward and they told the truth. And that, I think, is the history of this whole case. If you want the truth, go to the American people. If you want lies, go to the Warren Commission and the politicians who wrote it.
Join me when we come back to see how modern technology is revealing there was a second gun that day in Dallas.
In a moment, we'll return to Who Murdered JFK?
It's one of the ironies of the Kennedy assassination that the technology developed by America's space program can now be used to investigate the Dallas tragedy. One of President Kennedy's pledges was to make America #1 in space, and that promise got our technologies rolling. Computer enhancement of photographs became a new science, and in this next part of the story, you'll see how we use that new knowledge to show that there was at least a second assassin in Dallas. This is Dealey Plaza in downtown Dallas, a perfect place to kill a president. Behind me is the Texas School Book Depository where shell casings and a rifle were found. Just 50 feet from where John F. Kennedy was shot is this picket fence on a grassy knoll. Could this have been a cover for a second assassin?
I saw a man moving. He was the only thing in the whole area that was moving. And he was moving away toward the tracks from in front of the School Book Depository rather quickly. And something said to me, go get him.
Police officer Joe Smith also ran up the hill in pursuit of a suspect. The crowds followed Officer Smith running toward the elusive gunman spotted on the grassy knoll.
I ran across the Elm Street to run up there toward that knoll. It was, and we were stopped by a man in a suit, and he had a overcoat on his over his arm, and I saw a gun under that overcoat. And his comment was, don't y'all come up here any further, you could get shot or killed, one of those words.
A man wearing a suit was sighted behind the picket fence at the top of the knoll. He was quickly apprehended by Officer Smith.
Stop right where you are. Don't you move now. What you doing here?
Gentlemen. United States Secret Service.
Okay, partner.
It's all right.
A few months later, they told me they didn't have an FBI man in that area. If they didn't have anybody, it's a good question who it was.
A House Select Committee conducted the last thorough investigation of the John F. Kennedy assassination. This is where the committee believed a second gunman would have stood. Some eyewitness accounts and acoustical evidence agree that at least one bullet was fired from this spot.
A certain policeman in Dealey Plaza had noticed the day before the assassination some individuals behind the picket fence overlooking Dealey Plaza appearing to be pointing guns over at the plaza as if they were about to have target practice.
At 3M's Comtel Corporation, a firm that specializes in photographic analysis through computerized enhancements, a study of the destruction of the president's brain upon impact proves beyond a doubt that the fatal gunshot came from in front of the president's car.
Second frame of impact.
It came from the grassy knoll.
Third frame.
Stand by. The presidential car coming up now. We know it's the presidential car. You see Mrs. Kennedy's pink suit.
As the motorcade rushed to Parkland Hospital, the Dallas Police Department rushed to judgment, sending a swarm of officers to investigate the 6th floor of the Texas School Book Depository.
And the first unconfirmed reports say the president was hit in the head. That's an unconfirmed report that the president was hit in the head.
A special report from Pulitzer Prize-winning journalist Jack Anderson.
We stand today on the edge of a new frontier, the frontier of the 1960s.
How many men pulled the trigger? How has this conspiracy been kept secret for 25 years? And why are people still being threatened and killed for what they know? Who murdered JFK?